Hello, welcome to another edition of the Pace Report. I'm Brian, Pace reporting live here at the Iridium Jazz Club here in New York City. Pianist Junko Onishi tonight is playing with her trio with special guest James Carter. Tonight is the record release party of her latest album, Baroque, and it features the likes of James Carter and Nicholas Payton on trumpet. Tonight we're going to sit down and talk about her career, growing up, being exposed to jazz in Japan, as well as her monumental 11-year hiatus from the jazz scene. Baroque.
Yes.
This is your second release after your 11-year hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
This album is really, it pays tribute to a lot of your heroes. Thelonious Monk, I would say Charlie Mingus, and some Ellingtonian aspects to this album.
Yes, exactly. It is, yeah. Especially, I got a lot of influences from Duke and Charles Mingus and Monk. And this time, I really wanted to dedicate to my mentor, Mr. Jackie McLean, the piano player, great piano player.
In doing this, you really get into the whole suites. There are some long compositions on here. Tell me about how you chose these songs and why you chose musicians as great as James Carter and Nicholas Payton and Reginald. You guys, you have some great personnel on this record.
Yes, well, I mean it, actually, because I was out from the scene for a long time, so totally I kind of missed what was really going on during the 2000 to like a 2010 or something like that, right? Then I came back to the scene, and the music has been kind of changed. That's what I felt. Well, because a lot of legend, I used to play with Jackie McLean and Joe Henderson and Betty Carter, those people gone, no more Art Blakey, no more Tony. Then I felt like just the scene's music has been just a little different these days. Then I'm not saying it's better, good or anything like that, just different. Then I felt like, I kind of want to do the things I used to do with my same generation. They're always the great cats, kind of watching us. Then if we do something wrong, they really point it as soon as we did that kind of thing. So I think the generation like us, like the James Carter, Reginald Veal, those kind of people. I'm sure they have the same kind of experience and they know some kind of vibe. So I really wanted to get together with that generation, and I wanted to make the music that I believe this is the jazz to me. So I really wanted to make that kind of music.
Tootie, the opening track on Baroque is just, how can I describe it? It's alive, it's vibrant, it's funky, it's pretty aggressive. What were you thinking about when you put this together?
I wrote this tune 1 minute before, last minute before we get in the studio, because I already had the pieces was just some standards and some arrangement of the flamingo and then it's a three-penny opera. Always the three-penny opera was kind of main thing on this CD. So I thought that was enough, but the CD company, they said that's not enough. You need some more your composition. Then I had to write some more. Then I wrote it. Then I have such a big influences from the Andrew Hill too. I love his playing or his writing. So, well, this time, just because I know it's going to be too many people on the CD, so we have to feature someone on certain tunes or that kind of thing. So people can really stretch out for the whole things. So I kind of, for the first tune, I really wanted to do something that everyone can really stretch out, like no chords or pretty much free, that kind of thing. Then also I wanted to get to some kind of fire vibe of the Andrew Hill.
You also incorporated some friends of yours on this, your original rhythm section when you first started. Mm-hmm. What is it about those guys that just enhances your piano playing and your music?
Like Reginald and Rodney and Herlin Riley, especially this rhythm section. I used to play with those people for a long time, since I was 20, that kind of thing. So, I think they kind of know how I play, and they pretty much know how they should support, my playing, or they really understand my music so well. So it's really easy to play with those people. So, the reason why I got the two bassists this time is, Rodney of course, he's always kind of top of the list. Then Reginald, he's also top of the list. So I couldn't really, choose this time. Then, then I got kind of, especially for the three penny opera, I felt like, well, if I hire the two bassists, because this has such a Charles Mingus vibe for the tune, so it's gonna be more great idea, hire and play together. I mean, play at once. Two bass players hit at once. That would be the great idea for this tune. So I thought it's kind of good idea. Then I thought about the tutti. Even for the tutti, that works for the two bass player. It's gonna be more like the world. It's gonna be happening. So I think this time that I hired those two bass player at once, I think that's kind of successful to me.
Gone from the music scene for 11 years. Why did you decide to leave the music industry after building such a name for yourself, not here just in the United States, but all over the world?
Since I was working so hard since I was 20, doing a tour with such a tough man's, on road all the time, just I'm only the one girl, that kind of thing. Then always only 3 hours, staying at the hotel, then go to the next place, and then go to the venue straight, then play, and go back to the train or something, and moving around. I was doing that for kind of long time when I got to 30. So I found out I was burned out. Yeah, physically, mentally, I was so tired. So I just need to help. I just need to stop the things, even only the few minutes. I just need it. But the few minutes became 11 years. I don't know why. I think I was so tired. Then also, because I was so into the music for a long time, since when I was attracted by jazz music when I was 17, I was so into the music. I put every music. I was trying to every music in my, within myself. So I felt like I'm kind of stuffed with the music. So I kind of need some other things. Naturally, I felt like that. So naturally, I started watching more like some kind of old film that's more like a Japanese one, more than the American Hollywood type of movie, I really started digging the Japanese old film, kind of like even the Kurosawa, that kind of famous one, and also I really dig in some kind of the subculture, like B classes, like a Tarantino love, that kind of things, or even the comics, or like some kind of novels. I started reading a lot of novels, that kind of thing. So pretty much not a music, other culture. I really enjoyed that. Then if you touch, or if you are touching that kind of great, the films, or like a comics, or the novels, or just a picture, you wanted to express something again, right? Then, well, I actually wanted to be a comic writer at the time, but I found out, well, I have no talent to do that. Then only thing I can do is, well, maybe playing the piano. Then I came back to the scene.
To be honest, I've known of her for quite a long time, but we've never had the beauty and the pleasure of being able to just sit down and vibe and play together before this experience, actually. But from a short range span of what I've known, what I've heard on and off the stage, very beautiful pianist that definitely listens, isn't afraid to take challenges in writing as well as in improvisatorial skills, and such a pleasure to be around in general.
That'll do it again for another edition of the Pace Report, reporting live here at the Iridium here in New York City. I'd like to personally thank Junko Onishi for her time, as well as the wonderful comments from Mr. James Carter. As always, please visit my website, www.thepacereport.com, for my weekly column as well as my past segments. Until next time, remember, if it's in the groove, it'll make you move. Until next time, peace.